Hi, it's Z-Man, here to explain/review an X-Men story called X-Men Supernovas, which is coming right out of Mike Carey's run on X-Men, specifically his first arc. In this, Cyclops discusses with Rogue if she would like to lead an X-Men team of her own, where she and her team would go on missions doing superhero-related things. Also, in this story, we are introduced to the Children of the Vault, who for a while now have been trying to hunt down Sabretooth. The Children of the Vault, who are the villains of this story, are a group of people who were in a vault, and while they were in this vault, it sped up their body through thousands of years to the point where they had evolved beyond the average man. This means the Children of the Vault were no longer human, but were now a bunch of super mutants. We see in this story the Children of the Vault take control of two mutants and use them to attack the X-Mansion, North Star, who was assumed dead, and his sister, Aurora. North Star and Aurora are then stopped by the X-Men, and Sabretooth explains to the X-Men who the Children of the Vault are. That way they know who they are dealing with. The Children of the Vault enact their plan, which is to first kill the X-Men/mutants and then kill all the humans, making themselves the only living race on the planet. Rogue gets her team together, which consists of herself, Mystique, Lady Mastermind, Omega Sentinel, Cannonball, Iceman, and Cable. Technically, Sabretooth does help Rogue and the team, but he is not really someone Rogue chose specifically for the team. Once the team is on the Conquistador, the flying ship, the base for the Children of the Vault, they engage in a fight which at first the Children of the Vault think they have the upper hand, but then Rogue's team manages to pull through and they end up defeating the Children of the Vault. Now, for thoughts on this story. I really like this story by Mike Carey, and I think he does a lot of really great things in his first X-Men story arc. The first thing is giving Rogue her own X-Men team and making her the leader of this team. I also like how this team is different compared to other teams that we have seen in the past, since it consists of both heroes and villains, which reflects the history of Rogue, since she used to be a villain and now she is a hero on the X-Men. Another thing I liked is how Mike Carey writes the character of Rogue, which to me I think is the best version of that character. Mainly because Mike Carey writes a more serious Rogue who takes command of situations and takes risks for the benefit of specific missions. Some other things I found interesting in the story is the introduction of the Children of the Vault, people who are not humans or mutants, but instead are this evolved race of people who are extremely powerful, which is why they are such a big threat to the X-Men. In addition to that, I like how Mike Carey gives a different kind of personality to each separate member of the Children of the Vault, making them feel like different characters. I also like how Mike Carey establishes the relationship between Rogue and Mystique. On the one hand, while Mystique is on the team, she tells Rogue how much she cares about Rogue, but on the other hand, Rogue says she does not care if Mystique cares about her, and tells Mystique the reason why she's on her team is because that way she doesn't end up stabbing any of the other X-Men members in the back. One thing I think is not 100% explained is how Lady Mastermind ended up in a coma. We see at the beginning of the book when Rogue and a group of other X-Men find Lady Mastermind, who is in a coma. She then wakes up and tells them that she ended up in a coma, but we don't really know how she ended up in a coma. There's hints towards how she maybe did end up in a coma, but like I said, it's not 100% clear. That's my review and explanation for X-Men Supernovas. Overall, I really like this X-Men story, and I would definitely recommend this to anyone who likes X-Men or has never read an X-Men book before. It's new reader friendly, and it's just a really fun story with a lot of great things in it. This is Z-Man, and I will see you all in the next video.